I went to art school. I wanted to be an artist. You know, I was putting whatever I thought of on paper or just putting it all out there, and then I think I graduated and this reality of like the world hit me and I had to get a full-time job and I had to have health insurance and all this stuff, and then I kind of like woke up again and I was like, oh yeah, I can be an artist if I really want to do that. Baltimore is one of the best places for me to be doing that right now because a lot of people are figuring it out, I feel like. I'm sort of like in an R&D phase, I think, when it comes to being a fashion designer. Like, I am trying to figure out how to design a line and put it to market so that it will be successful and people will want it. But once I moved to Baltimore, actually, was really when I made the transition to really learning construction really well and becoming a fashion designer. How you take your design from idea to paper to three-dimensional concept to sample to finished product that's ready for people to wear in different sizes. I'm doing a lot of every part of my business by myself, but I hope to see 5 to 10 years from now, I'll be able to build this and step back a bit and be more of like a creative director and have a creative vision. And I would like to see my line launch and be, you know, out there and international and showing at fashion weeks in Berlin or New York or anywhere, really. I actually moved from DC to Baltimore in 2006. When I saw how I could live here and what I could get in a house, I just instantly was like, it was a little bit of a whim, but I was just like, I'm gonna buy a house in Baltimore. I'm gonna move to Baltimore. I like trying to do what I'm doing here in Baltimore because it's kind of a new stage. There's nothing really predetermined here, and there's a lot of creative people here, so I can work with other designers who are also invested in like sort of putting Baltimore on the map in terms of fashion. I mean, even just like in the past 5 years, like the tables have been turned and doors are opened and we can do things now as independent artists and designers that it wasn't as easy to do before. There was a history here of fashion industry in Baltimore, and so I think it's important that we, you know, take the time to like reinvest and bring some of that industry back here because there's a need for it, and there's definitely artistic and fashion, you know, and designer talent here. You don't have to be a big business or big company with like a lot of money behind you. You kind of can do a lot with a lot of drive and passion and, you know, hard work. Moving from my little basement apartment in DC to my 3-bedroom row house in Baltimore was definitely a very exciting transition. So the first night I slept here, I just couldn't believe waking up in the morning and seeing like amazing sunlight and daylight. That was just like, instantly I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be way better. I had so much space. I didn't have enough, you know, furniture to fill my new house, and it was kind of just like a blank slate. And over the time I've lived here, it's just been really fun to sort of customize it for my future and my, you know, my living space and my workspace. I think what I love about Waverly is it's a nice, like, it's a really beautiful neighborhood. We have a lot of big old trees, and a lot of the houses have front porches, which I think is just really quaint. I feel like there's a lot of positive energy here right now, and people are really trying to revive it and be creative here and, you know, do some really great things. It's like there's really no rules now here in Baltimore. It's kind of like you can just sort of, if you have a great idea and you can execute it, then it will happen.